Yo, what up everybody? Welcome back to the Needing Art channel. I don't know if this is going to go up on YouTube with the audio or not. If it does, it definitely won't include any assets. Just want to start this off by saying I did create a Patreon a month or so ago, probably longer than that. And then I ran into some computer trouble, and I had some scammers on the Patreon that would sign up and leave. So if you're doing that type of stuff, you'll get banned. I don't support that at all. Now I'm charging you guys up front, so you got to pay up front when you sign up, and that was supposed to be a way for me to help the community while also paying for my time. And some people try to scam me and stuff like that. So you'll get banned if you do that, and I might just quit it and do this on the side for those that want to pay me in private or whatever. But you know, this is going to be a UFC 309 poster tutorial of the poster I created. It's been like a month or so since I created this, so maybe even a little bit longer. While I'm creating it, I might do things a little differently, but I wanted it to be cinematic. It's in New York City. I wanted it to give an actual movie poster vibe, but let's get into it. So I created this at 1108 by 1600, so we just go ahead and do that. And first things first that I always do is I always start off with a solid color black background. I did recently get a Mac, so from here on out it should be on a Mac like after this week, so my tutorials will be slightly different. But anyways, this is on my Windows computer, so we can go ahead and open up my messy files and I'll show you how we got this done. I have this New York City skyline. It's you know, just a cool little, I probably got it from Pexels or Unsplash or something like that. So I just dragged it to my canvas, and this is what it looked like straight up off of the website. And I grabbed hue saturation, and I probably messed with the colors somehow. So there's the yellows, and the reds, and the greens didn't have anything. Cyans didn't have everything. So it's basically just the reds and the yellows that I altered, and you can see that there. And then what I did was I clipped that to there, so that's what it looked like before, and that's what it looks like after. So there's that. And then I did the sky replacement, so I'll show you how to do that. Come over here and we will go to edit, sky replacement, and this is the sky that I use. That's probably all right there. I mean, you can edit it if you want. Kind of like it like that. Feather it a little bit more. That's cool. Whatever. I'm gonna leave it like that. So there's our sky replacement, but this hue saturation is not supposed to be there. It's supposed to be right here. And then I just used this cloudy sky, and I'll show you what I did here. I just brought that here, and I'm gonna create a layer mask now and just kind of brush over that softly so we can maintain the flow of that background a little bit. And I'm gonna keep it like that for now. We can always alter that later. It's no big deal. And the next part would be to bring in our athletes. So we got John Jones and we got Stipe, so let's go ahead and grab them. Here's Johnny Bones Jones, and we will just try to resize him by hitting Control T if you're on a Windows computer, or Command T if you're on a Mac, and try to get him how I had him in the poster, and that seems about right. He might be a little smaller, I don't know, doesn't really matter. We're gonna put him in a group, Control G to do that, and then we're gonna go and grab Stipe. Computer's acting a little funky. If it crashes, I don't know what to tell you guys. Oh, it did not crash. There we go. There's Stipe. And he obviously wasn't wearing a gold glove, but he will be in this main event fight that's this Saturday, which is stupid. I don't think the person that is challenging for the belt should have a gold glove on. It's kind of confusing. And this is clearly a Reebok attire, Stipe, but here we are. So we just used the clone tool, which is over here, and got rid of the black on his glove. And I took this gold glove from some other fighter, I don't know. But as you can see, I'm showing my work. That's what we used. We can merge this group. Bring Stipe over here. That should be about the right size. Just gonna keep him right here. And I'm gonna move John over a little bit because we need the text. And I'll put Stipe behind him. Stipe needs to go in the group though. Hide that glove. Maybe John needs to come over a little bit. And then now that we got this group, what we're gonna do is we are gonna come down to this right here, which is from our sky replacement group. There's multiple ways you can do this, but it was easier for me to hit control right here inside this layer mask. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna do that, which is create a layer mask on the Stipe and the John Jones group. And now I'm gonna grab my soft round brush and I'm gonna grab white, and I'm just gonna paint up here so we can bring the rest of them in. Now, it's not gonna be perfect down there. There's gonna be some touch-ups that are needed. For example, there's still some of Stipe's attire showing. So you can come up here and you can brush these windows back in, and you want this to be perfect if you're doing this for a client, but since I'm not doing that, it's just a quick little tutorial. I'll just show you how you can, fix that and get these windows of these buildings looking a little bit better. Get things looking a little tighter back there. Boom, boom, boom. And another way we could have did that is we could have just came over here. We could have, I'll show you. Is you could have did that, which that doesn't, and then did a layer mask, but that doesn't really select it the way you would want. So you could grab this tool right here and just boom, 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 and then just create a layer mask. Like if I create a group right now, oops, if I create a layer right now and do that, see exactly like that. But then you could hit Control I and you could do what you need to do that way. But there's easier ways to do it. But that's the way we're gonna do it. I'm gonna zoom out and sorry. People always texting me when I got shit going on. What was my next step? So I have some darkness added to these guys, so I'll go ahead and get a soft round brush and grab black here, and I'm going to turn the opacity and the flow down, and I'm just going to see what we can do here. So we want Stipe to look a little cooler. We'll do this, and then I kind of painted them like right over here so there was some darkness for where the text is going to go. I definitely came over here like that, and right here. Maybe I'll bring John up and Stipe up just a little bit. Stipe, you need to come down just a bit. It's fine. I guess I like them where they were before, but I think down here we need to, that's a little funky. All right, anyways, back to what we were doing here. I had some smoke. It's just this little, this needs to go inside here. Okay, that looks better. Okay, so I have this smoke. This is what it looks like. And I set it to screen. I'm gonna bring that in here. And just leave it like that. And then the next step is just creating a solid white color. And we're gonna go back in here and we're gonna click John, and we're gonna shift click, control click Stipe, and we're gonna create a layer mask here, and we're gonna hit Control I. Then we're gonna hit Control and then Shift Control on Stipe, and we're gonna come over here and we're gonna grab the soft round brush. We're gonna make everything maxed out at 100, 100. And we're gonna come to this layer mask, and we're gonna just paint here, and paint here, and then come up here, and that's about it, right? And then I'm gonna grab the black brush, turn the opacity down, and I'm gonna paint over John until you just get some soft little highlights here. It doesn't have to be too crazy. I'm just kind of showing my work here. I'm not doing a full tutorial. Just kind of giving you guys the gist of what I did here to make this happen. And like I said, it's been a month or so since I did this, so I don't remember exactly how it was done. But there's that. Might need a little bit more on John's chin, so I'll come over here and nothing too crazy for this. Then the next step would be, I got the vivid light there, so that's just for their eyes. Come over here, got this gray color here, rasterize this, vivid light, and then I'm gonna zoom in, and I'm gonna grab the dodge tool, and I'm gonna paint over John's eyes so they come out some more. And you can just keep doing that and doing that until it pops their eyes some more. Don't have to go too crazy. Zoom out, and then I created a new layer. I grabbed the soft round brush, made sure my color was black, and this is what I'm gonna do for this. And then I'm going to create a layer mask and just paint over this until it, go back a little bit, paint over this until it looks the way I want it to look. Keep it like that. I'm cool with that. Grab some more black and here, smaller blush, smaller brush, dog. And then the next step would be to bring our effects over. So I'll show you what I did there. You're gonna want to create a new folder, which is right here. And so we did that, and then you can just rename it to FX, and I'll show you what I did. So first things first, let's just hide everything. I have this noise file right here, which you create a solid color of like any gray, okay? And then what you'll do is you'll go to filter, noise, add noise. So the noise that I added was Gaussian and it was 0.1, and I set it to linear light, opacity 20. And then we did the same thing, except this is a little different gray. So if you want to see that, it looks like this, slightly different gray. And then we went to add filter, noise, add noise, and same thing. but it's overlay opacity 25. So let's see what it looks like with both of those. Here's the first one, here's the second one. And then we went and added a hue saturation, which is here, hue saturation. Set that to soft light, opacity 50. And this is just one of the custom colorized ones I have. So what you would do is, I'll just show you. These are our settings. You click colorize and you do that, bam, and you got it like that. These are the settings I use. And then we went to color balance, which is right here, color balance. And I'll show you what I did there. These are the midtones, the highlights, nothing for the shadows. Next, we went to color lookup, which is right here, color lookup, and then we used drop blues. So drop blues right there, and that's 100% opacity. Then we went to color lookup again, boom, color lookup, and I used Apollo 8. You might not have Apollo 8, and I set that to 8%. So let's see what it looks like without our effects. It's really starting to come together. That's with no effects, and keep in mind I didn't do any camera raw filter or anything, any sharpening to the athletes, or I didn't do any of that. So that's just effects. Like, you don't always have to go out with the camera raw filters. I mean, you can make it look dope that way, but I mean, I didn't do it. So the next step would be to add the text, and that's one of the final things. So I'll show you what I did there. For the text, I used tungsten bold, but you can use whatever you want. And I'm gonna bring this up here. Sorry, people always hit me up when I'm busy. Let's go ahead and hit Control T and oops. So what you would do is you would just type Jones, double space, Miocic, and then hit Control T and hit 90 clockwise, and then you have your text. And I might get rid of that space just to see what we're working with. Yeah, okay. And then for the verses text, I used tungsten as well. I set the kerning to 200 and the color is gold, obviously. We're gonna zoom in and tighten this text up a little bit so this verses fits right in there. And then we're gonna zoom out. I did add a texture to the text, so I'll bring that over here and show you guys what that looks like. This is just a grunge texture. I set the opacity to 95. I cut it out and then I clipped it to Jones Miocic. Then we got this world heavyweight text that's super faint. Zoom in and show you that. Kerning set to 100, and we'll just sit that there. And I'll zoom out. And now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add some more darkness, but it's gonna go behind this text here. So we're gonna use black, and we're gonna turn everything down and just try to get this text to pop a little bit more. And we're gonna go super light underneath the world heavyweight text. So it's starting to really come in here. And then I'm gonna go back to, I'm gonna create another layer. And I'm gonna use this black, I'm gonna turn it down some more. I'm gonna go behind John and Stipe, just so we can make this pop a little bit more. My skyline on mine is in a different spot, so the heavyweight text isn't popping like the way I want it to, but that's all right. You know, maybe I'll just do this for the sake of this video. I'll come up here and I'll create a rectangle of black and go like this. And then I can just see what that looks like. Not gonna look great, but whatever. Zoom out, see what that looks like. Doesn't look terrible, but I'm not happy with it. And then what we have left is the featuring text and this who is the greatest of all time. So I kind of just placed that down here. I used this Accidents Grotesque Pro instead of turning to 200 and type 2 is the greatest of all time. That's pretty self-explanatory. And then I have all these names, right? Of like if it was a movie, this is like the supporting cast. So I'll give you a quick rundown on how I did that. I'm not gonna recreate it because that would just, for this video, would take forever. So for Jones, I used a bold, and then for John, I used light condensed. So I'll just bring this whole featuring text over because I'm not gonna type that all out. If you have the PSD, you'll be able to see how I did everything, but we'll just put that there. And then last but not least, we just have this tab. So I'll go ahead and bring this tab over here. And I've shown you guys how to make the tab so many times. I'm not gonna do that again for this video. So we ran into an issue with the text, right? It's all right. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna grab everything. I'm sure you guys are watching, and we're gonna bring this down here and tighten it up just a little bit. We can bring that tab up slightly, and then we still got this Jones. It's all right. Trust me, we're getting there. Versus needs to come down. And that's pretty much it, man. There you have a cinematic UFC 309 poster. We could do some final effects or whatever, but just for the sake of this video, I'm just showing you guys how I do what I do. Trying to give you guys some sauce. Let me know if you like it. Let me know what you want to see next. Make sure you like, subscribe, share it with people. Sign up to the Patreon if you want some one-on-one tutorials or any videos that you want to reach out to me for, that you would pay me for, any UFC poster that's ever existed, or any sporting poster that ever existed. If I'm able to do it, I'll let you know, and we can work something out. My rates are pretty fair, but I do have a family to feed, and I am a professional. But I'm just trying to help the community out, man. I'm gonna be at this fight in New York City. I cannot wait. It's gonna be a blast. Thanks, guys.